Hi, how you doing? And welcome back to another video from Average FPL. We're just going to do a quick review of Game Week 24 before we get stuck into Game Week 25 and all the problems with my team. So looking back on last game week, did pretty well defensively. Trent, Van Dijk, Edison all returning, Bowen 11 points, and Pookie scoring. So that's pretty good. Got over 50 points. I would, looking back, obviously captaining Bowen rather than Kane. That was a split decision. I think I was always going to go with Kane just because of who he is. I know Bowen was on great form, but you captain Kane, a striker, probably one of the best strikers in Premier League, over a West Ham midfielder. I think with the fixtures that they had every day of the week, just because Kane didn't return doesn't mean that it wasn't probably the best decision at the time. But I did have a small red arrow. It was down about 60k. The game week rank there, 3.6 mil. Obviously not happy with that, but I think some people that had Jota and players like that really benefited this week, and that helped boost their scores. So I'm outside the top 1 mil. I've not really cracked the top 1 mil yet this season, and that's sort of what we're going to discuss today on whether my strategy is maybe just a bit too cautious. Maybe I just need to throw myself into it. This is my team for this game week 25 coming up. Now, we've not got Smith Rowe or Mount playing. Mount is now missing, I think, 2 out of the next 3 game weeks, but then his fixtures look really good afterwards. So, what do I do? Do I hold him? He's taking up 7.5 million of my transfer budget, or do I use that money to get someone else in? I've got 2 free transfers, and I've also got 7 million in the bank. So I'm looking at those options there. And yeah, I've got Pookie home to Man City that I'm not keen on. I've got Brownhill against Liverpool, which obviously I'm not keen on. So I'm thinking I'm obviously going to get in a Man United player. I'm probably going to captain that Man United player as well. If I get in a defender or goalkeeper, should I captain them? I think there's better options out there this week than captaining a Man United defender or goalkeeper, and I know that's even with a double game week. If I was to get in Fernandez or Ronaldo, I'd definitely captain them 100%. If you've got them in your team, you're going to have to captain this week. I'm not too sure I'd get in Ronaldo. I just think he's out of sorts. He's less guaranteed to play. Champions League is coming up. So with that in mind, I'm going to get in Fernandez and I'm going to captain him this week. I can do a straight swap from Brownhill to Fernandez, so that's taken care of. I'll still have another transfer to use if I want to. Now, what I'm thinking is this using this transfer really depends on if I'm going to use my free hit or wildcard coming up, because next week there's loads of double game weeks, and I think I've got 2 free hits still to spend and my wildcard. There's about 15 game weeks left of the season, so there's not loads of opportunities where you're going to say, hey, let's use this free hit, this will really benefit me, unless it is for blank game weeks for like the FA Cup quarterfinals, or if you're sort of betting on another better double game week coming up. Now, even if I used a free hit for next game week, not this one, but the next one, I'll still have one more left for like the FA Cup quarterfinal where we're going to have blanks. I still have my wild card. So the plan in my head is if I use a free hit next week, then I can wild card out of this team, because I feel like this team is sort of, I've got a lot of money saved up, and there's players like Madison, King, Pookie, I'm not 100% sold on, and I think it could get a bit more balanced with those options getting changed. I also think that due to the fact that I'm not sold on these players long term, then a wild card might be better. But I do want to use that upside of next week. And therefore, if I am going to use a free hit next week, I'd want to use a second transfer, probably to get in a Man United defender, but not to captain. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think if you see this video, of what you think my potential options could be. Looking at the fixtures now for this game week, I think if you've got a Man United attacker As long as they're called Fernandez or Ronaldo, you captain them. Potentially Rashford, but I don't really know how many people have got Rashford in already. And therefore, would you bring in Rashford for this double game week? I personally wouldn't. I think you're going to have to find a sure bet in Fernandes. I think he's the only option you would captain from Man United this game week. I think there's Man City, Liverpool, and even Spurs players have better fixtures. Well, not better fixtures, but better fixtures than a Man United defender, you know? So I would still captain one of those players if you're not going to captain Bruno. Um, so that's my opinion on this. I think, yeah, bringing Man United players, that's obvious. But your captaincy is a different call, and who you put your money on for that is really based on are they going to play? Are they going to score goals? I think Fernandez is the best option for that. But yeah, let me know what you think about my team, whether you think I should use both transfers this week, whether you think I should save a transfer and just use two next week, or whether you think I should use that free hit next week and then see where my team is at after that, and then potentially wildcard or start making those transfers back in for the long term again and save the wildcard for a different game week. Uh, Thank you very much for listening. Good luck with your teams. Please subscribe if you're not already, or like the video. Really appreciate the support that I've been getting. And yeah, if you let me know what you think, I'm going to try and get back to you. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. So yeah, good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.